Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Faith Larkins with another segment of Faith Speaks. I pray your Sunday is going well. As I told you last week, I'm going to do these videos on Sunday. It just makes sense after I come from church and, my makeup is done and mostly done. I have to retouch it from crying up in church. Listen, speaking of churches, I love my church. And if you all are looking for a church home, Embassy Covenant Church International, under the auspicious leadership of Bishop Hugh Daniel Smith. It's in Walled Lake on Ladd Road. Check us out if you're looking for a church home. Anyway, so last week I was on here and I was kind of discussing, ranting a little, venting a little bit about the relationship scene, right? And this is kind of connected to that. In that video, I suggested or indicated that until God sends me the person of my destiny, the man of my destiny, then I'm just going to be waiting. You know, what I didn't say is that, it's difficult to wait, right? That's why a lot of people don't wait on the Lord, and they go out and, do the whole online thing. I'm not much for online, y'all. I don't believe in really, I don't, not that I don't believe in it. I don't really like meeting people online. I like the face-to-face kind of interaction. I've had a bad experience trying to meet somebody online, and that it went awry. That's that relationship that I told you about that God had to pull me out of. But anyway, it takes patience to wait, right? It takes waiting is not easy. I've waited for many, many, many years for a lot of things that God has told me were coming my way. And they're just really beginning to unfold in this season, and I believe I could have maybe done with these things a little bit earlier, but God didn't see fit to send or to open these doors at that time. And so I had to be patient, right? I had to wait on the Lord. I had to, be secure in my faith and trust and believe that God is not a man that he should lie, and if he said it, it's going to come to fruition. But I had to be patient in the waiting. I couldn't be anxious for anything. That's what the Bible tells us, right? Be anxious for nothing, but in all things through prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known unto the Lord. And so that's what I had to do. I had to be patient, and I'm still being patient in this season, and not just for relationships, right? There are many things that I have before the Lord, or I have before the throne of grace, that I am waiting for, that I'm wanting to see before I leave this earth, that I believe I'm going to see before I leave this earth. Not only does it take patience, y'all, we got to be patient in the things that we are waiting for from the Lord, but we also have to have a level of temperance as well. It's not whether you wait, it's how you wait, right? It's the attitude, it's the position that you are waiting from. If you're waiting from a position of anxiety and angst and anger and upset, that's not that you might miss it. You might not see it because your eyes have been blinded by those emotions. But if we wait with a posture of faith, right? We believe that God is going to do it. He said that he would do this thing. I'm trusting and believing in God that he's going to do it. Then we won't miss what God is doing in our season. Everything is done in due season. The Bible says, one of my favorite scriptures, y'all, is Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And it doesn't matter. If you're in a position of waiting in faith or by faith, trusting and believing that those things that God said in my life have spoken into my life, whether whether I heard it via the Holy Spirit or via a conduit of God, right? Or a representative of God. I'm believing those things that God has spoken into my life. And I'm waiting with a level of expectancy, yet I'm patient and I'm trusting and believing that if it doesn't come in this season, perhaps it will come in the next season, or it will come in the season that God deems fit for it to be. Some of the things that we have been waiting on that haven't come our way yet is because God is preparing us. We're not yet ready. There were some things when I was praying for when I was 25, 35, that at that position, at that stage in my life, I wasn't in a position to receive it. I wasn't ready to receive it. And so those things were held back from me until the season that I was ready to walk in and to receive and to do with those things that God would have me to do. When I was 35, I might have been a little bit, flighty. I might have been, doing my own thing, which I was. I was doing my own thing when I was 35. I wasn't trying to get no blessings or what have you. I was just trying to do me. And so if God had dropped those blessings in my life, I probably would have missed them, because my eyes weren't on those things, right? And so I'm just coming on here to really encourage you. There are some things that you're waiting for in your life, some things that you have taken before the Lord, that you have prayed about, some people that you have been praying for God for, and you haven't seen a transition. It's coming. It is on the way. And sometimes, the enemy will try to block up our blessings, right? There's a story in the Bible, and it escapes me right now, of who was praying. I think it was Jacob was praying, and the angel of the Lord was held up by a demonic spirit. I believe it was in Persia, by a demonic spirit. And when the angel of the Lord finally did arrive to the man of God, it was like, it wasn't that we didn't hear your prayer. It wasn't that the Lord didn't hear your prayer. I was held up. I was fighting trying to get here to get you your blessing. And sometimes that's why things are held up in our lives. Perhaps the enemy, the enemy is active. The enemy is active, and he don't want you to have what God has predestined you to have. And sometimes that's the holdup. But whatever the holdup, our position is a position of faith. Our position is a position of expectancy and a position of patience. Just being patient and waiting on God to do the thing that he's going to do. There's an old adage that says, those things that are worth the best things, it goes something like, the best things are worth waiting for. Something along those lines. I can't think of it right now because I'm hot in this house and I'm about to get out of here. But the thing that is worth having is worth waiting for. That's it. Whatever is worth having is worth waiting for. And your destiny is worth having. Those things that you have prayed for are worth having. And it's worth waiting for. And we wait not because we're expecting a half blessing. We're expecting God to go above and beyond all that we can ask or think, right? So when God sends us that thing that we have been praying for, it's not going to be something mediocre. It's going to be above that which you can ask or think or even pray for. He's going to send you that abundant blessing. And so I just want to encourage you to just be patient in your waiting. And in your posture of waiting, have faith. Have faith. Even if it's just a mustard seed of faith, don't let no doubt creep in. Just have faith, even if it's a small amount of faith, because even God can work even in that amount of faith. And I'm telling you, I just believe that this is a season where God is beginning to send down those or respond to those requests that we have sent up. Some of us have sent them up decades ago. But because we have waited with patience and expectancy and with faith, God is about to send those blessings, send those things, answer those prayers for us in this season. So I just want to encourage you, even if it's a relationship, some of us are waiting for our husband. Some of us are waiting for that new job. Some of us are waiting for someone to step in, or the Lord to step in on behalf of someone else. Just be patient, don't doubt, and walk with faith. You know, and it was so funny when I was thinking about or asking God what to talk about. I was in church this morning, and it was during the praise and worship, and what came to me was the faith to wait. Just the faith to wait. And Bishop Smith began to minister from that vein. I hadn't heard what his message was going to be prior to, and so I know that this is from God. This is what God is saying in this season, that we have to have faith. We have to have faith that God is going to do what he said he was going to do. That woman with the issue of blood, we talk about her all the time. She had faith to press through that crowd to touch the hem of Jesus's garment, because she knew if she touched but the hem of it, she would be healed from an affliction of blood for 13 years. So I'm not telling you to have that grandiose level of faith, but you can. What I am telling you to have is faith. Have faith that God has heard your request, that your request has been made known unto him, and he is responding to your request in due season. We just have to have the amount of faith, enough faith just to wait. Remember, your attitude is important. Don't wait with a bold attitude, right? Wait with an attitude of expectancy. Wait with an attitude of love, an attitude of faith, and an attitude of joy, because you know that what's coming is greater than you could have ever anticipated. I hope this rambling, met with your approval, and that you are inspired to wait with faith, to trust in the Lord with all that you have, because he's heard your prayers and he is responding to them in this season. Many of you in this season, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. I'm glad I'm still here to receive those things that God has in store for me in this season. You all be blessed, and I will speak with you next Sunday. Have faith. Bye-bye for now.